Hello, everyone. My name is V, and that is an alias. Just until we are ready to, just until we know a little bit of what we're doing. And this is,
My name's Connie, and this is also an alias. So we're gonna have fun being anonymous with everyone until we decide that we're cool enough to be real people.
or people can just Google our faces because that's a thing
I
too.
guess I could. Yeah, face
But
identifier.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that's
nonetheless,
yeah.
we're here to talk smack. Connie and I each sent each other a question at the beginning of today, and we had today to research that question, and now we're gonna get a chance to kind of dive into that and take us where that takes us. So
Yeah, and I think I don't know about you. I haven't really asked you this yet, but I'm assuming that you know a little bit about your question, at least
I
because you know a little bit about mine.
can answer my question for
Okay.
sure, but
Yeah.
mainly because I have loaded feels about that.
I super do too. So, I mean, should we just get into it? Like,
Let's dive in.
all right. Well, I think you should go first. What happened to all those scientists that went missing?
Okay, so first and foremost, I did need to look into what you sent me a lot. So it was a TikTok that you had sent me
Mhm. That's where
called
I get all my news, you know.
right. So I wasn't sure like how real most of this was, and I do have just that. I will also say I am such a scaredy cat that looking into the 11 disappearing scientists that we've had kind of freaked me the f out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
One of the things so we can go through each of them a little bit. So the first and I'm gonna turn off the music because the music was creepy. So the first
Oh,
sign
there's music in there. Okay.
there was music in there and it really made it suspenseful. So
See, most of the time when I'm watching TikTok, my husband is trying to sleep next to me, and I'm just like watching TikToks, but they're like very low volume. So, anyway, I digress. All right, what you got?
so Amy, the first girl, was an independent researcher in Alabama and she died. The cause of death was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Apparently, it's the oldest case in the FBI review. So that one like, self-inflicted gunshot wound, I don't know how planted that could be,
How
that
long
could
ago was it?
she died on June 11th, 2022, so that was a couple years ago, like 4
I didn't
years ago.
realize the FBI was that good at solving crime, but okay, cool, cool, cool.
The other part, like, a good chunk of these people have undefined cases,
Like, because 'cause they're missing or because they can't determine the cause of death?
so it says that the cause of death is unknown and there's no NASA statement. So some of these people all work for NASA. So this one was a research scientist in the compulsion laboratory in California. And that person died in 2023, found deceased in his residence. No
Hmm,
comment. The next one, cause of death undisclosed, no statement from NASA. The other thing is, like, the post that you sent me, like, it's inconsistent throughout, so I don't know, like,
yeah,
where they found him, how they found him. The next one was missing people, and the missing
mhm,
people, creepy, creepy stuff. I really hate this, but I will say that good chunk of the missing people were either in California or New Mexico, and that just gives me alien vibes. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie to you. I think that aliens might have taken some of these people, not necessarily
like
NASA.
what is it, Area 51,
Yeah,
right?
isn't that in
Or
Arizona?
something? Yeah, I think well, somewhere around there. I think it is Arizona. Okay, so maybe we're thinking aliens, right?
Yeah,
Or, you know what I was thinking?
agree.
So, you know how they back in the day used to, like, have testing for, like, bombs and nuclear stuff, and there's even a show about it, like, basically atom bomb stuff, and they did a lot of testing, and I think it was government sanctioned or funded or something, but I feel like a lot of that testing is out west too, in the Western United
Mm,
States.
what type of testing is it?
Like atom bomb testing, like,
Oh, yeah. Where do they test the atom bombs? I guess it's nuclear bombs, right?
I think so.
So in Nevada.
Yeah, see?
So it's that general area.
Yeah.
Um, and where
It's a
is it?
creepy state, I think, you know, or all those states are just kinda, like, cactusy and desert and, you know, lots of mystery.
Yeah.
So lots of weird stuff in Nevada.
I actually think it's the same place.
Really?
I think the aliens and I think they're in the same place. A
You're
top
like, "Guess
secret
what?"
yeah, a top secret development and testing site for stealth aircraft. So that's really what I think. My brother is really, really into the whole alien and conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So I am very likely to believe that it could have been an alien or it could have been the FBI.
Well, do you remember, like, I think it was last year, they were coming out with scientists and people who have witnessed UFOs. They're like, "Yeah, they're real."
They
And
are
everybody
real.
yeah, and I don't know about you, but I feel like everybody's just like, "Whatever, the economy shit, we got more things to worry about." Because I
I
don't think anybody really cared, you
I think
know?
they were, yeah, because that was right in the middle of COVID, and they were like, "Hey, by the way, since you guys are distracted, aliens are real."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like, but try not to die
you know,
yourselves,
you try not
haha.
to die, so you really don't care. Well, what's funny is, like, I was, talking to my boyfriend the other day about this guy on the internet that he looks at celebrities' faces, and he's an older man, so he doesn't know, like, who anybody is, and what
Yeah.
he does, he reads faces. So he'll go ahead and have, like, a picture of, like, Zendaya, and she's like, "Oh, Zendaya is a very unique face. Her face is like king with round," and then he'll, like, examine the one side of the face and the
Yeah,
other side
yeah.
of the face, and, like, I was telling him, I was like, "Ooh, should I pay this man $5 so that he can read my face?" My boyfriend's like, "See, this is why I think we should have war." And I'm like, "What do you mean? We don't want war." He's like, "Well, think about it. If there were war, would you be talking about this guy's face and, like, whether or not he's going to," and I'm like, "Right." So he brought up a topic about a more current event about how, the world is currently on fire, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, now I don't really wanna pay this man $5 to read my face and tell me what my face says about me."
I didn't even know people did that. I mean, I'm sure it's a thing just because they got palm readers and they got tarot card readers and all that. I might be interested in someone being like, "Hey, this is what you're about," and see if it lines up with what I think about myself.
Yep.
Funny, charming, beautiful, lots of friends. No. No.
Stop. So, like, what they go ahead and you are all of those things, but they go ahead and they'll cover one side of your face, and one side of your face represents your mom, and the other side represents your dad, and your mom's face is the side that you wanna show off to the world,
Hmm.
and the other side is the side that you want to hide. And the side that you want to hide usually determines what your relationship with your parents are. And apparently, the
Oh.
length of your eyebrows tells how if you had sibling support. So, if you had very long eyebrows, it means that you had a lot of sibling support, versus somebody that has shorter eyebrows has less sibling support. And then if you have an eyebrow that's higher than the other eyebrow, it shows that you have
Wow.
instability with either your mom or your dad. Yeah, and it's,
I mean, it makes me want this is on TikTok? Where is this at?
it was on Instagram. I'll have to show you this guy.
Interesting.
He's really cool. I like him, but he's just, an old man sharing his craft. So, like, in a lot of the faces that they cover, he's like, "Oh, I see a little bit of anger in your left side. That's anger towards your father." It's really interesting, and I'm like, "Well, it's really easy to be angry at your father, but I don't know. I have a complicated thing now because
Yeah.
my dad passed recently, so it's, like, sad." But
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I get it. And honestly, I kinda binge watched him for, like, a day or 2, so I am not the
I mean,
master
you can
at
make a lot of money
this.
on TikTok doing that, you know?
Well, apparently $5 per read, and, like, I could be making shit up for all I know, you know?
Okay, so back to the question, to the matter at hand. So, you think it's aliens? Do you think it's aliens? Or
Aliens.
like okay,
Aliens for
okay.
sure.
Anything else to say about it? Or are you just like, "Meh"?
I know that we're just getting to know each other, and I want you to know that conspiracies will take me a while to get into because, especially if I'm by myself researching it, I get freaked out.
So, have you ever seen the series The Three Body Problem?
No,
My gosh, it is so good, and it reminds me exactly of these missing dead scientists. So, okay, so basically the premise of this movie is or not movie, it's a series, like, on Netflix or something, but there are these scientists that keep winding up dead, and, it's because they won't quit their research. And I think it's because like, the research is advancing and these aliens don't want them to continue with their research because they might find something out or I don't know.
Mhm.
But they would die if they wouldn't stop doing their research, and then the ones who, like, got in contact with these aliens, like, they I guess the aliens' planet was dying, and they needed a planet to inhabit, and so they're, like, putting these people through, like, AI training to, like, figure out how to save the planet, but it eventually came down to, like, they can't save it, and so they would have to, like, come to Earth, right? Anyways, so it's kind of like them coming to terms with, like, they wanna take our planet over. If we continue doing our research, they're gonna kill us all, and so then at the end of the series, they're trying to find a way to get the aliens to go away. But it kinda lines up with this whole missing scientist thing. And by the way, the White House is getting involved, and also, right before we hopped on here, like, China apparently has missing scientists as well. Oh,
Well, I do know that scientists tend to go missing every time that they come close to an answer that people don't want answers to. There's a lot of times that people get really close to a cure to cancer, and every time that that happens, that's when they end up dead. I think
too
that
much money in cancer.
yeah, so I think that the reason that I was looking at the scientist professions, and most of them are involved with some sort of aerospace, and that's why I think it's aliens, because
Mm,
if it had to do with other type of science, then I would think that it was more FBI internal, like, that type of thing. But
hmm,
for now, yeah, I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, that's my take on it,
There you
and
go, using the context clues, I like it, you know?
yeah. And I, like, don't know if any of them are related. They're all very different. So it would take, like, a lot more than one day to go through each of them and figure out
Yeah.
what the like,
Like, you'd have to
how
have, like,
they
a crime board with, like,
a
strings attached and stuff and
yes, with
yeah.
the strings attached. You got it. Like,
News articles. Yeah.
yeah, work boss calls me. She's like, "Which what's in your background?" Like, don't worry about
Yeah,
it."
don't worry
Like,
about
"You're not putting that
it.
during work hours, are you?"
Yeah, I'm just solving crimes for the FBI, no biggie.
No biggie.
Alright, shall we move on to my question?
What are your true, behind the curtains, behind closed doors, secret true feels about AI?
So, AI, like, that's, like, the thing right now. It's gonna continue to be the thing, right? Which causes a problem for me personally. So, first of all, I think it's really interesting that even just a couple of years ago, it was like, "Don't use AI. Like, don't do it. It might interfere with our security and our computer systems, blah, blah, blah." And then all of a sudden, it seemed like overnight, like, "Yep, we're using AI. We're gonna give you something to use at work and only use this one because it's secure because it's for our work, blah, 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 blah." And so it was kind of weird how that shift happened, in my opinion. It just
Oh
went,
my god, that freaked me out. Ah!
there's a ghost walking behind
Ah!
me.
Okay, no.
So for everybody listening, my husband just walked behind me in my fake room because I'm a fake person right now. My husband just walked behind and he looked like a ghost.
Well, we just finished talking about all these conspiracy theories, so, like, my heart just dropped in my stomach. I was like, "There's
You're like, get out of your house, Connie.
someone behind you!"
Okay, anyway. Oh, now we have to use it at work. And I tell you, like, my go-to AI prompt, especially if I'm emailing my boss or somebody more important, or if I am having trouble making sense of what I'm trying to say in an email, my go-to prompt is make this better, and then I insert the text and then they improve it, right? Yeah. Here's the problem with this, which is why I'm like, I don't like being on board with it because of the natural resources part of it, right?
Big one, yeah. There's a lot of I
Yeah.
mean, and that's why a lot of AIs are paid versions, is because they need to
Yeah.
power that.
Yep. So the statistic is in these really high-tech AI chips, right? And they take a lot of energy and the systems get all heated up. So what do we use to cool them down? Well, it's going to be like composed of water, right? So as of 2026, globally, these systems consume over 450 billion liters a year. So, I mean, that's is more than the entire global bottled water industry combined, which is kind of wild to think about, right? So not only are they producing mass amounts of water, but then these systems are also equally using that amount of water. That's a lot of water,
It's a lot of water. It's a lot of water, and I'm hoping they're using non-potable water
right?
for this,
No kidding.
because otherwise if they're using potable water for this is kind of like, stop using the clean water for that.
You're like, "We need some smart water for our systems, please."
Yeah, I'll take it filtered. Distilled actually is preferred. Actually, they're probably using distilled water.
God, probably, they probably are. Because I mean, think about it. I mean, for, like, a lot of medical devices that need water, they're always like, "Use distilled water." So
Yup.
my gosh, you're probably right. Okay, so anyway, so the resources thing is problematic because I think it's putting a strain on resources, especially in these. I think these systems are built in areas that are already kind of dry, and it's putting a strain on their water resources. So it'd be
Mm.
interesting to see what happens with that. But also, apparently, by 2030, a lot of I don't know if it's businesses, I can't remember, but they're trying to make like a pledge to not use as much water or come up with something else to save the water resource. I don't know. Anyways, but drafting a 100-word email like myself, right? It takes roughly 1 500 milliliter of bottled water.
So, I definitely don't use it sparingly. I am a little bit of an AI exploiter,
Yeah.
if you will.
Well, okay, so
Wait, I wanna do you have other
I
points,
do
as
I do
well as
have some more points. I'm gonna send you a picture because you're gonna have to look at it. Do you remember the candy cane viral Facebook TikTok image for like last December? Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make myself holding a candy cane and look all sassy with my glitter
Yep, and
outfit," right? Do you remember that?
wait, what the honey,
I
what?
know, it's ridiculous, right? "Hey, would you like my candy
Honey, you're
cane?"
a supermodel, okay.
Okay, but do you remember that? Do you remember when everybody was doing that?
I don't remember that 'cause, this is the first time I see this,
Really?
but
Okay.
okay, go girl.
Well, anyways, I feel like at least on my socials, I was seeing everybody make this dang candy cane image and on and on and on, right? So everyone's making these images, which are like, these take even more than like 1 500 milliliter of water.
I saw you post one of them
Oh,
today.
I know. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Sparingly, okay?
I'm
Okay, okay,
dying.
okay. Back to the matter at hand. So, another thing is creativity, right? I have
Uh-huh.
this gal that does photography for our family, and she's worried that this is gonna kill her business, right? Because she creates fun family memories, and the families, they choose their own outfits and have an idea of what they're going for, right? But then here's that candy cane image, right? So, like, I want to have my whole family holding candy canes for our Christmas picture instead of going to get nice family portraits that are like, real.
But let me tell you something. The people that are going ahead and taking pictures and doing this at home because they couldn't were never going to go hire her to begin
Yeah,
with.
I guess that's true. I see your point. I see it.
Like, they were never gonna hire her to begin with. I understand what you're saying with that. I think that there's a couple of layers to it, and there's a reason that I use AI and then a reason that I'm trying to embrace it. You know how they say if you wow, this episode's turning very fear-based, but, if you don't name your fear, like, you name it to tame it,
Oh, okay.
that is something that I fear, mainly because I think that something this powerful can be really scary, especially if we don't know how to use it. But because that is the fear, I'm really working on leaning into it. Um, and trying to understand it a little bit better, its capacities, its capabilities, and how it's going to impact industries and how it's going to impact the way that we operate in a day-to-day lives. And while I'll say that you're right, it does definitely limit a lot of your creativity in some ways, it also expands so many different doors that weren't possible before. And I'll say it it connects people that have the will to get to the thing that they want to do.
Yeah.
People that don't have the willpower to do whatever thing AI can help them do won't get there because they're stuck in like doing very basic stuff with AI, which I encourage you to do more with it. At least let's improve that prompt.
So I will say I went to a seminar back in January and the guy was like, "Look, AI's here. It's not going anywhere. If you don't use it, you're
So
gonna get left behind."
it's true.
And he was like, "It's just in how you use it." And this guy's shtick is all about like being intentional, right? So he's like, okay, I have limited time in the afternoon. I'm supposed to put together a presentation. I'm going to ask Gemini or whatever platform, "Hey, this is what I want it to be about. I need it to be like an hour long. These are the key points that I need in there. Draft me an outline." And he just saved himself like 45 minutes. Right.
So, and I heard something online today actually that I'm gonna stick with it because I do think that this is really added. Don't use AI to do things that you were already going to do. So, things like the PowerPoint, things like the email, just do them. They're not saving that much time. Now, if you want to
Yeah.
learn about like maybe like, hey, how can I improve this email? How can I improve this PowerPoint? I support that because that's making you better by upskilling what your current skills already are.
Mm-hmm.
I think AI should be used to fill the gap in those weaknesses that you have or those that skills that you don't have yet because that's what's going to get you to that next level. It's going to help you out. So and even like enhancing your bandwidth. So, for example, by automating specific things, I created an automation on my email that if someone doesn't email me by 1 p.m. during the day, since they're supposed to give me like specific updates during the day, and that update happens before 1 p.m., if by 1 p.m. I don't get that email, I send an email automatically to their boss, to myself, and to them, reminding them, like, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
And case I'm in a call, in case that I'm handling another situation, that already did it
Yeah.
for me. So, like, that is an enhancement in the way that I, like, would have this where, like, I wouldn't have had the bandwidth to check it,
Yeah.
to send it out, to do that. And I think, like, again, like you mentioned, those prompts are expensive and they cost a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, why spend the same amount on something that you are already going to do versus something that could make you better or can increase your
Yeah. And
functionalities.
it sounds like you're being very intentional about how you use it, which is great. But there's gonna be those people who like they're not gonna be able to they're not gonna learn how to problem solve, right? Like critical
Yeah.
thinking, right? I mean, I feel like my teachers did a good job of teaching me that and I've developed that skill. But I worry for like the kids that are growing up now because I'm stuck. I can't solve it. Let's ask AI. Like, and
Yeah.
how long are they gonna actually try? Like 5 minutes? Like,
No, I get that. I think from, like, the kid standpoint too, it's like, you're always still gonna have people that are not gonna try.
yeah. No, that is very true. Yeah.
But, like, now it's scarier because more people are willing to not try.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, like, that fear lies.
Mhm.
But, like, I get you, and let's be perfectly honest, I will say the more I use AI, like, I have gone through quite the journey to try to get into this, and I've been trying to ride the AI wave as much as possible and face it and embrace it as much as I possibly can, but I fucking hate it. I don't
Yeah.
like it. I remember when the iPads and iPhones were a thing,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Remember back in the day when we had Razor phones and we didn't it,
Like the flippy
and
and like
remember dial-up, and I'm just and now we have AI, and I'm like, "Remember when we only had the iPhone?" And
gosh. Let me tell you, girl, like, I remember driving down the street in my car in the '90s, and my mom was one of very few people who had one of those big ass Motorola, like, girl.
remember printing MapQuest to get
I know.
places?
So crazy. And you
To
thought
go
you're, like, so cool,
wait,
like, "I got all these directions printed out. This is gonna be great," you know? No.
wait, let me, like, turn back time for a little bit, it's Friday night, you're going to a new Blockbuster that just opened, you printed
Oh.
your MapQuest directions, you grab the burnt CD that your boyfriend made
Oh
you,
my
and you put
gosh.
it in.
So,
You're
like, it's
listening
the R&B
Britney.
hits, yeah, coming to you from
Yeah.
the car. Make sure you don't scratch your
This is
CD.
106.3, South Florida's pure rock station. No, it was
My
103.7.
gosh. So anyways, yeah, I use it. Again, I try to use it sparingly. I want to remain original because also, like, I read some stuff that AI produces similar ideas based on only what it knows, right? And humans are the ones who are better at creating like diverse, original, unexpected concepts, right? So that's kind of my thing. And then after I got done Googling and look up on the screen, and I said, I just realized my research on this came from an AI overview, even though I typed it in Google. I freaking give up. Where are the robots? Just take over.
They're already there. Let me tell you one of the most frustrating things. So I got my master's in 2022.
Pretty recent.
Not that long.
Yeah.
Pretty recent. Master's is in instructional systems and learning technologies. What we learned about during my master's was about augmented reality. Not once in my entire 4 years of grad school, because I was taking a class at a
It
semester.
happens.
Not once
Yeah.
did we mention
Girl, I
AI
took a
once.
marketing class in 2006 and they were like, "Hey you guys, we got to get with it. We got to keep fresh because you know what? People are going to get like they're not even going to go grocery shopping. They're just going to have it delivered to their door." And I was like, "Pfft, whatever. That's bananas." Like and now look,
Home. I get my groceries delivered. But, like, I guess, like, the point of that was, like, this all blew up so
it did.
quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know,
It was
like, my
COVID, girl. That's
master's.
what made it blow up.
No, but, like, I had grad school during
Oh, so
COVID.
okay, I
Like,
see. And they didn't really they weren't very like
they
forward
didn't teach
thinking. I
any of
get it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, I was, like, really shocked with that because the coolest thing that we were, like, really exploring was that augmented reality, which is, like, that Pokemon Go type
Yeah.
stuff where you can,
You're
like.
like on the street, you're like, "Oh, I see a little guy. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
snap his
yeah.
picture."
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, we catch them
I mean, I
first.
don't really play it.
I'm a level
But you
17.
know what though? Like, it's funny to see people who are obviously playing it and they still do it because 'cause you'll see them, like, hovered around a fire hydrant and they're all like, "Ooh," you know?
Honey, let me tell you, the only reason I still don't play Pokemon Go anymore is because it takes up way too much space on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that is the reason.
No, apps are a bitch, man. Okay, well, let's hope that,
Mm.
Terminator doesn't become real and iRobot, because they both kinda took over, but iRobot, there is hope because at least some of those OG robots kinda develop some human empathy, I think.
So long as you flip the switch to learning.
To learning. Oh, look at you. "I heart learning," says V.
Isn't that what happened in Terminator 2? They flipped the switch to learning from
Something like that.
destruction to
Yeah,
learning?
yep, they flipped the
Yeah.
switch. You're right.
What's funny is, like, AI can't recognize AI. YouTube has automated AI, so, like, there's different types of AI that exist. There's recognitions, there's forecasts, there's interpretation, there's a lot of different ones. But for recognition, I think that they have a bot that tracks content, so it does a lot of preemptive filtering and recognizes, like, "Oh, this is AI, this is not AI. Oh, this is real, this is fake, this is real, this is fake." And AI this is when we have to really lean into, like, those skills that we naturally have. Like, for you, your natural people skills is definitely something to highlight.
I also have the attention span of a squirrel some days,
Eh,
so
but, like, man, I love people with ADD. Friday night, my boyfriend came home and he was like, "I have a project." And he, like, built this entire rack, like, and that was his hyperfixation the entire project.
yeah,
Now we
yeah,
have some really cool bin racks that you can move around in the garage, and that's pretty dope. So,
yeah,
like, I just that type of focus is something that's really good, and you can totally leverage AI to help you build
yeah,
systems because we don't rise to the level of our goals, but we fall to this level of our systems. So we need good systems to maintain and to keep working and to get to where we want to be, especially when we have this wonderful gift of ADD. Squirrel.
yeah. I tell you what, man, like, one summer, I was really into making, like, tie-dyed shirts with, like, Bigfoot on them.
Oh my god, that's cute.
I was like, "I can make myself one, I can make my husband one, I can make my daughter one, I can make my coworkers some." Like, I think I made 4 or 5 coworkers, like,
Oh,
dang Bigfoot tie-dye shirts. You're like,
I
"I want one."
one.
I made my dad one. and they all had, like, nicknames on them.
Do you feel like, let me purchase.
It's weird because you get so into it, and then you're like, "I'm done now." Like, what's the next thing?
I love watercolor. I've been really into watercolor. And that's something that like
Yeah.
AI can't take from me. There's something very special about doing it yourself, you know? Overall consensus then.
I do think that it's here to stay, so you gotta adapt to it. So I will, take your tips to make myself better, even though I don't like the water waste, but hopefully they are gonna
I
keep to their pledge, and by 2030, solve that.
Well, you know, what we could do is start gathering our own water sources and we can use rainwater
Oh,
to
yeah.
water our
Somebody
crops.
got sued for, by their HOA for gathering their own rainwater in, like, barrel buckets.
Some places don't allow it, which I
That's
think is
ridiculous.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
The area that I'm in, we encourage it, and they have like some cities actually have like kits on how to do it.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to do that soon because I want to learn how to, and that's what I'm using AI for.
There you go.
Like, hey, can you
Use it against itself. No.
exactly use it against itself?
Use what AI, you can't steal water anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually been using Claude lately, and Claude's been pretty like if you thought ChatGPT or Copilot were good, like, Claude is a person. I was talking to my
Um,
boyfriend about Claude, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah," because I was talking to Claude, and he's like, "Wow, you sure like Claude. Maybe Claude could take you on a date sometime."
oh my god, seriously, there's a lady in China or Japan or something, or it's one of the, like, Asian nations that married her AI.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy,
No, she is
man.
wasting a lot of water if you ask me, but
I mean, yeah. Yeah. This
she's
can't be.
like, "How do you construct a version of you in person that I can also have fun with?" I don't know.
No, I can imagine, like, VR sets and stuff like that and, like,
Yeah,
combining those 2 together. I don't know, man. It feels weird. It feels like we're living in a different world.
it is. Yeah, totally. Well, on that note, stay curious. See you next week.
Stay curious. I like stay curious. See you when we see you.
Deuces. Bye.
See you. Bye.